do you utilize these GPS tracking collars?
Not only for keeping track of little cattle location, but also their activity. Location will let us know where the cattle have been grazing, and we can further monitor rangelands. And the activity with what we're working on with the algorithm will allow us to detect animal welfare issues such as parturition or sickness.
What kind of maintenance have you had to do on the collars themselves? For example, charging, repairs, lost collars, etc.
The GPS collars are battery operated. Um, the more points they give you, the more data they report, the faster the battery wears out. So you have that issue of changing batteries. Much like and unlike the VF collars, before we changed the collar design, we did have some collars falling off. But with the new design, we don't have any issues with the collars falling off. And much like the VF collars, as the cattle gain weight and lose weight because of calving and so on and so forth, you have to adjust the collar.
Do you ever worry about the cattle getting the collar snagged on something and getting hung up in it?
We've never had any issues that we know of the cattle getting hung on anything with the collars. There's with the vegetation that's out here and the mesquite, I don't think it'd much cause an issue. I could see if you were in an area with bigger trees, bigger branches, that something like that might happen, but we've never had any issues.
Have you noticed any benefits from having GPS tracking collars on your cattle?
Oh, most definitely, and I already touched on some of them. It gives us real-time tracking. We're able to know the location of the cattle, and as we move forward with the rancher's dashboard, knowing when the cattle calve, if there's an issue such as sickness, a decrease in movement, that'll help us better manage the cattle. Another advantage is, if with these cattle, with the GPS collars, you don't have the virtual boundary aspect. So if these cattle, for instance, get through the fence, when I check it, I know, and I can you know, better react to that situation or react to that situation faster. And that kind of helps me in two ways. During the breeding season, I can avoid unwanted matings, and there's also kind of a biosecurity aspect about it. I don't, it, if when the cattle get out, if they were to commingle with the neighbor's cattle, I could better react to that.
What would you change about the GPS tracking collars?
I don't know really what would I change. The biggest issue is batteries. If you could go to a solar-based product, or even way the GPS compact tractor communicates. Moving forward in the future with these ranching technologies in remote areas like this where there's no cell phone service, uh, I think moving everything towards a satellite-based communication, my opinion, I know there's barriers to that and there's hurdles, will further promote these products and allow ranchers that are in remote areas to utilize them.
What kind of advice would you give to another rancher considering adopting this technology on their ranch?
See how it's going to work for you. Look at how they communicate and the cost of the infrastructure, and go from there. And once again, just see how it really and truly, with your management style, how will it benefit you. But there's lots of added benefits with real time tracking.